When I started the company, it was a kind of a dream, and it was very much amounts to we're just going to make it happen. But at the same time, I did have kids still in high school, and we had to consider the fact that, there were going to be things to pay for down the road, like college, and we didn't know how that was going to work out. So when I had to pay for fees and things that I just didn't even know existed, I'll be honest, I didn't know until a couple weeks ago when I did a little bit of research and found out I had actually paid those fees. That's just more capital that went away. That fee was almost $3,000. And when you are already borrowing $250,000 on a hope or a dream, then that extra cost really made it risky because, like I said, those are fees that are just being paid to someone. They're not paying for a piece of equipment or inventory that I can sell. And in my business, when I'm selling something that's $2, I'm keeping about 15 cents out of it. So it's really tough to make up that $3,000. That's a lot of things that have to be sold to make up that that profit difference there. So I think if they were waived, especially if you're a smaller company, and I'd like to focus on the fact that a lot of veterans-owned businesses are folks that are not retired. I had I say the luxury, but I did do 25 years of military service, of being somebody who had a retirement to back up my personal expenses and use a little extra capital if necessary. But if you're coming out of 4 or 6 years, you don't have any income, and you're going to jump into a business, the last thing you need is to have another $3,000 bill or a $2,000 bill that doesn't go directly to getting that business off the ground. So,
thank you. We will use that endorsement as we're moving the legislation. Colonel Green, virtually everybody who's spoken has talked about the need to be aware of what resources are available if they're thinking about starting a business. You talked about the 196,000 people who had been through the Boots to Business program. Can you talk about what percentage of people that is who were eligible for the program, and how do we get the word out to more veterans about what's available to them?
Chair Shaheen, that's a great question. Thank you very much for the opportunity. So in our office, we want to make sure that all of our customers are aware and make informed decisions about entrepreneurship. So what we really try to do is make sure there's an awareness of programs available. And first of all, and then accessibility of those programs, whether it be virtual, in person, and then the ability to navigate those resources. And the resources we're talking about, we're part of a network, an ecosystem, I could say, which includes small business development centers, our veteran business outreach centers, women business centers, and SCORE chapters. That's just part of the SBA connected ecosystem. We also have organizations like the Institute for Veteran and Military Families that actually helped us develop the Boots to Business curriculum back in 2013. Now, the Boots to Business program for active duty is pretty well laid out in the Department of Defense Transition Assistance Program. They're very aware of it as they go through. It's an optional 2-day course, but they're supposed to be providing them opportunity to take that.
As the month of November comes to an end, there are still multiple states that are distributing rounds of stimulus checks. If you are a resident of one of these states, you may see a new relief payment arrive this week. These checks can be worth hundreds of dollars or even more. So please, friends, make sure that you watch until the end of this video, because I'll be going over an updated list of states. Also, to say thank you for being part of this community, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway of $75 every Friday. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. According to Newsweek, Americans are running out of savings fast as stimulus payments end across the nation. According to the St. Louis Fed, Americans had a 22.7% savings rate in 2020. Just 2 years later, that percentage had fallen to 3.1% before reaching 3.4% in September of this year. One financial analyst told Newsweek, the end of stimulus checks has had a notable impact on the savings landscape for most Americans. With the average savings, individuals face a pivotal juncture. Given the current economic landscape, it is evident that financial challenges persist for many Americans. A significant portion of the population is grappling with credit card debt, raising great concerns about overall financial health. The average American family may have more than $40,000 in household savings, but a large number have far lower than that in all reality, and this is according to a recent data. The job platform found the average American household savings to be $41,600, but the number is heavily skewed by a small number of Americans with heavy savings accounts. The median household savings, on the other hand, is just $5,300. So job opportunities, employment growth, and regional economic conditions all play a crucial role in shaping individual savings habits. 25 million Americans have absolutely no savings at all, as states end their specific stimulus rebate programs, and the U.S. economy stares down a potential recession. According to new data, older Americans have had more time to save some cash in the bank, as those aged 45 to 54 years old had roughly $51,000 more than the average person under the age of 35. Based on the average cost of housing, utilities, insurance, groceries, and credit card minimum payments, most Americans would need at least $7,500 to cover 3 months of expenses. Say you do have at least $7,500, you still may not have enough for other expenses like your cell phone, subscriptions, car payments, and childcare. Even if you lived in a state like Mississippi, which had one of the cheapest costs of livings at about $32,000, you would likely be bankrupt within 3 months without any severance or unemployment benefits. In Alabama, taxpayers can see up to $300 coming their way this December. Single filers will receive $150, while couples who file joint returns will receive a $300 payment. To meet the stimulus check criteria, you had to file a state income tax return for 2021 on or before October 17, 2022. All checks are scheduled to go out starting December, so there is little less than a month for Alabama residents to see the money hit their bank accounts. If you selected direct deposit on your tax form, your tax refunds will go straight to your account. Those who opted against direct deposit will receive the money by check. Alabama is spending a total of $393 million on these refunds, with the checks coming fully from a $2.8 billion surplus in the Education Trust Fund. The payments are intended to help residents offset grocery taxes paid throughout the year. Arizona is another state offering a version of an updated stimulus check through residents' tax refunds if they have a dependent listed. Taxpayers with dependents should have their checks by November 30th, 2023. For children under 17 years old, the amount is $250 per person, with a limit of $750 for 3 dependents. Virginia will also be sending out payments to residents this month, as long as they had a tax liability in 2022. These payments are scheduled to go out over the next 3 weeks. That is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. Thank you, dearest friends, for being part of this community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, every Friday I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. Thank you, friends, and have a wonderful and very blessed holiday season.